Have you seen the Eddie Long scandal?
Unless I was in a coma, how could I miss it?
What do you think about it?
I really don't have an opinion on it, because all of the evidence for or against his guilt has not been given.
Did you see Carlton Pearson's interview about it?
Yes, what about it?
He has been preaching what he calls the gospel of inclusion, which he believes will Jesus' death redeem all of humanity from Adam's sin and we are all saved, and that you don't have to be a Christian to go to heaven. In other words, people are saved, but they just don't know it.
What's wrong with that?
I think he is wrong. I believe the New Testament plan of salvation is first you have to accept Jesus as Lord and Savior, be baptized, and then you're saved.
And if you don't?
Then you will burn, and be tortured forever in a lake of fire.
And this is good news?
I think it is. You got to be held accountable.
How would a Christian be held accountable if faith is all that is needed for salvation?
I think it's fair, for it doesn't require self-effort, just faith. What's so hard about that?
I think what you're saying is absurd. How can sending a good person to hell be fair or good news? For the sake of argument, let's say there are two people who lived in 1940s Germany. One was a Nazi prison guard whose job was to gas Jews in a concentration camp. So for 10 hours a day, he gassed hundreds of men, women, and children, and he loved his job because he thought he was doing the will of God. In fact, he requested overtime, and as a result he gassed 100,000 people. This German guard was a devout Christian, and he went to church or mass every Sunday, and confessed his weekly sins, and he believed that Jesus was Lord and was baptized. The other person was a Jew, survived the Nazi Holocaust, saw his entire family killed, and because of his experience became an agnostic or an atheist, grew up, was a model citizen, donated his money and time in helping others. Let's say by chance both men lived to be 80 years old, and died on the same day. They both stand before God on Judgment Day, and the secular Jew, who was a loving father, good citizen, moral but not perfect, he never committed a crime. According to your good news, he would be denied entry into heaven, because he did not believe or accept Jesus. Yet this German who massacred hundreds of thousands in a gas chamber, because he had faith, gets a straight ticket into heaven, while the Jew burns in a lake of fire for all eternity. How was the German guard held accountable?
I never thought about it that way. I need to ask my pastor.
Do that.